Tonight we'll probably be going savage mode. But yeah, we have a full agenda tonight. Thank you for being here. Um, Nice to see y'all. Let's greet our people. Just all this stuff. Okay, welcome. How y'all doing? So, boy, this is gonna be my reaction to um the verses, which was last night. It was crazy, crazy as hell. Um, Welcome, member Miss Marianne Edward. Um, it's a lot. It was a lot. I didn't go live last week, but so we have tonight. I'll be going over the verses. I'll be breaking down Kendrick's new snippet. We're gonna talk about that. Kendrick's new snippet. Baby Keem being in Brooklyn. I'm gonna go over Streamer University and some of the crazy stuff that's going on there. What else we have? And a few other topics. A few other topics. Let's see. So we can just do our reactions. Hello, member by money. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. We're just greeting our members as they come in and subscribers. Let's see what we have. We're going to talk about some other topics quickly. I know that DJ Academics was basically trolling Mal, saying he about the Jay-Z stuff, talking about like you weren't invited, I wasn't invited either. We have a couple of the mini topics like 38 Special going after Jada Kiss. Everybody's trying to go viral. What else we have? Yeah, we're mostly gonna concentrate on Kendrick's new album, things that are coming up. But mostly concentrate on and the double XL. Yeah, the double XL. Truth Unfiltered. How you doing? Welcome. Um, so the double XL. I put a video out on Larisi, and we're gonna talk about that because it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Last night they should have basically said, "Welcome to Bloodchella." Welcome to Bompton. That was I've never seen so much red in my life. You get me? That thing was crazy. Um, it was just as expected. A lot of people listen. My community, y'all already voted when I put the verses shorts up. My community called it out. My community has common sense. My community was like YG, YG, YG. We're all YG. You get me? You may not like all of YG's music, but he showed out last night that he has bangers. And not just that, he maintained his composure as a gentleman. Yo, the game was sweatier than, I don't know, you know, I'm not even gonna go there. But the game, yo, he was coming out of his clothes towards the end of the night. That dude, his tank top was drunk. Like that thing was crazy to watch. It was sad. It was funny. I'm like, yo, if this whole thing don't work, you should be a freaking stand-up comedian, just a straight clown. And it makes you think too. Like mental health is really real. You get me? The way he was drinking has to be studied, and we're gonna study a little bit. Yeah. So YG, like I said, he has bangers. That's why I try to put the shorts up. Um, K Smooth, how you doing? So that y'all can see for the people that don't know about YG's catalog. Yeah, Game has bangers. Truth be told, the Game has bangers, but it doesn't matter if you can't perform it. If you can't, if you can't show the world when you're in front of DNG. How you doing? When you have a chance. The Game has been begging for attention. So this whole thing was begging for attention, begging. He tried to beg Kendrick, and he all hurt in his feelings because Kendrick don't answer. And we're gonna talk also about Glasses Malone explaining like why Kendrick don't answer and that he's okay with it, and just explaining that whole dynamic. He wanted some sort of attention, and if you study Game last night, if you look at the snippets or whatever, you could tell he was just so like happy that he got attention. He just like a freaking kid, like a toddler that's unsupervised in a candy store. You get me? So he's like, I'm gonna eat a zillion gazillion, candies, pounds of candy, and he was just guzzling drinks. And I know some people are saying, oh yeah, it wasn't he put water in there because listen, his behavior acted drunk. And whether he put a little bit of water, that dude can drink. And if you don't know, look at old videos of Game. Game has been drinking. Alcoholism is real too. You get me? And then that makes you think, like, if these people are drunk out of their mind or overindulging with other substances, that's part of the reason they're acting up a fool online or wherever they're at. They act out of pocket. You get me? They act out of pocket, begging. It's almost like a cry for help, yo. It's like a cry for help. Let's see what y'all saying. That thing looked like a cry for help. Yeah. But member Buy Money said, yeah, I knew that he would win. By the way, let me shout out like members. I wanted to make sure. Thank you so much to these members. Jonathan, T Star Real, Miss Marianne, Allie, Kendra. I just want to shout for your and also donations. Thank you so much. DNG, Lazelle, Deja, Devontae, Brian, Kendra, David, Missy. Yeah, so y'all know, I'm not gonna, but thank you so much, members, for your support and your donations. But YG was way better. Yeah, way better. We knew. I'm not familiar with the Game. I lost respect when he had the reality show. Horrible man. Horrible man. Just despicable behavior. Not just that. If you look at the shorts that I just put up, he was being he has allegedly some cases or some you get me, like some cases, female saying that he did this or that allegedly, right? So that dude was crazy handsy on stage. There came a point where they were like, oh, we gotta do stuff for the ladies, right? YG was a gentleman. He was intriguing. He was smooth. He was debonair. You get me? He was, yeah, like I said, if y'all want to look at the snippet, now you're going to understand the snippet for those of you that didn't see the show or missed it. When them girls came on stage, I didn't even put in the video how much Game did. Like, he was like dry humping people. Like, he was like asking for another case, like asking for it. He pulled this girl. I did put that part when he pulled this girl's shirt or whatever, and she was exposed, side boobish. It was exposed, and people was just like calming him down. When I tell you, he was like, your drunk uncle, your handsy, touchy, feely, drunk uncle embarrassment out of control. And while, yeah, he was happy that he had the stage. Listen, he was begging for attention, begging for the stage. And this was backtrack heavy. And also, YG had backtracks or whatever, but YG was rapping a little bit more. I wish they didn't use backtracks, but YG was really rapping. He was performing. He took it serious. And it's okay, I guess, to take a little drink and just get the edge off. But what Game did, for those of y'all don't know, he took a bottle of Don Julio to the head and drank it and finished it. Like, it was half already or what have you. And he drank other stuff. Then he poured into people. He took a random person and was like, yo, here, have some. He took another girl. He took a guy and just made him drink. He took another girl, made her drink. There was a lot going on. Yeah, the Game, like I said, we're looking at somebody's downfall, complete downfall. And they said he's always been that crazy. Now, why would I not believe it? This is the same man that hung out with Diddy for 2 years and didn't do any music and was just hanging out. Imagine, I don't want no type of drinks from that dude. Oh my God, I would have been like, no thanks, right on live TV. Like, nah, nah. I would have backed up and been viral for backing up. Because it's like, I don't know where your mouth has been, respectfully. So I don't even know. It's really game over. That's the best I could say. With Game, it's really game over. And he complains about Kendrick not answering. So we're gonna put a pin on the verses because I want to talk about YG. We're gonna talk about Glasses Malone explaining. Glasses Malone has been live a couple times, and it looked like he was defending Game. Like he wasn't like that surprised about Game or whatever. And it wasn't that he wasn't that surprised. Like he knew that Game. He said Game's been acting crazy for years. It's just that people are disappointed because they need an excuse. And this was a bar that he actually did, and I agree. People need an excuse to like Game's music. They got to feel good within themselves. And a lot of people want to separate the art from the musician. I will never. Because if you are a whole pedal to the metal, let's say you are, I'm not saying Game is, but as an example, but your music is dope and pumping, I promise you, boo boo, I am not supporting nothing around you, about you, or with you, or however, right? So you can't separate, in my opinion. Again, I've said it many times, I have an unpopular opinion. You can't separate the artist from the art. You can't. You could say that he does have bangers, but Truth Unfiltered Game was just yelling and screaming at the end. And he was dragging this thing on so badly. He was just talking so long. People in the comments was just like begging, like, yo, put the saxophone, like, get this guy off of stage. He made this shit longer than it had to be. And YG is such a like, yo, you know that album Gentleman's Club, he really maintained his composure. I don't know how he maintained his composure. And Game was just handsy on he was just touching all, feeling on freaking all sweaty and nasty on YG all night. I counted about 28 handshakes. I was like, okay, that's enough. Enough. You know what I'm saying? It was just so crazy that the Game was crazier than like a Timberland boot in a dryer. You get me? Like crazy. Crazy. Yeah. Um yeah, we knew facts, yeah. Yeah. So that's what, Glasses Malone also talked about Game's desire, never-ending desire for Kendrick to call him. Number one, Kendrick's not at his beck and call. Kendrick doesn't have to call him a day in his life. Your music diva, member, your music diva. How you doing? Good evening. Yeah, we breaking down this YG and Verzuz. So it's like the Game. Kendrick doesn't owe him anything. So Glasses was saying that he had spent like 2 or 3 years without talking to Kendrick on the phone and what have you. How you doing? Beautiful mess. But and they're still cool. This is a solid friendship when can go time, have time go on and you could just still connect like if you never left. First of all, look at the pressure that Kendrick has on his shoulders with doing the Super Bowl. Now he's up on on a higher level. He has so many business endeavors. He has real estate. He has a company, record label. He has artists underneath him. He has a slew of responsibilities. He don't have to answer your damn phone. And for what? For you to be a drunken fool on the phone? You get me? So no. So Kendrick does not have to answer, and it's intentional. People don't take a hint with Kendrick. If Kendrick don't want to talk to you, it's a wrap. It's done. You get me? If Kendrick doesn't want to talk to you, it's pretty much done. So That's the thing. So after last night, I don't know how, game. I would have been so embarrassed the next day. I would have been like, nah, that wasn't me. And he had, he came out, and when he first came out, when this, okay, so the verses started, right? And when he first came out, they came out of the car or whatever, and it just looked so, it looked cool, it looked like, oh, okay. By the way, overall, it was a win for LA, because if anything, we were just listening. It was like a listening party. We were just listening to music. You get me? Thank you for your video, chat. Oh, yeah, no problem, no problem. So, it was like a listening party last night, and it was just like, okay, we're playing music, and okay, YG was singing a little bit. YG was singing, and he was trying to perform. He took this thing serious. He had guests, and then another problem was there was 32 million people on the goddamn stage. What is we doing? And you know what, guys? This is what I have to say. Any of us can be leaders of these companies like Complex, Double XL. They have no common sense, because at the end of the night, one of the person that was in charge, or the programming director, was like, "We're not doing this again." That was a weird comment. You get me? He said, "We're not doing this again." Oh yeah, he looked like he needed a good ass scrub. He looked like a dog that walked his way home after the owner dropped him off somewhere. Like, look, just go, be gone, and he walked himself back in the rain. His t-shirt, his tank top looked like it weighed 5 pounds. That tank top and the bottle. Somebody go check on the tank top and the bottle. The game was in a versus with the bottle. The game was in a versus with the bottle. That was, he was like, if you can't beat him, drink him. He took a sip every time. Every time YG was singing or had a new song, and he sang more. He didn't know his lyrics. I promise you, he didn't know his lyrics. Game did not know his lyrics, but for some reason, if you know, you know. If you watch this thing, you know he knew YG's lyrics. He was singing along with him. At first I was confused. I was like, wait a minute, ain't that YG song? This dude was like on his side singing his lyrics with him. He didn't know his, when the thing started. As soon as the thing started, they were like playing crabs or something, like gambling, real LA. They started like that, real cute. I have it in the shorts also. And the game started first. And it don't matter if you start first or last. If your shit is banging and your performance is top tier and you would take this serious, you could have blown this thing out of the water. He had an opportunity to be dope, to be like, you know what, I did a lot of dumb shit, and I'm riding with Drake, but look at my performance. You understand? Top tier, solid, rock the house out. He didn't rock nothing out. You know what I'm saying? He didn't rock nothing. He needed to kick rocks. you know, he needed to just get the hell out of there. Um, so they let 50 million people on the stage. That's another thing. This is what I'm saying. The wrong people are famous. The wrong people working for Complex. The wrong people working for these companies. We would have had common sense. That would have been like, you could have 5 people on stage on the sideline for safety reasons. That should have already been planned, don't y'all think? They let so many people on stage. There were more people on stage. I ain't capping. There were more people on stage than in the crowd. The crowd was whack as hell, too, by the way. They didn't deserve to be there. Nobody. None of them. But respectfully. Yeah, he was acting like, yeah, your music diva is correct. He was um YG's hype man. That was such a waste of time. Again, I'm gonna say it again. The game had all eyes on him. This is what he wanted. This is what he wanted. He wanted attention so bad. He got it. It was one of the most anticipated verses. Because LA is up right now, thanks to Kendrick, K.Kung Fu Kenny, Mr. Morale. LA is all the way up. We're looking at the dances, LA and New York is up too, respectfully. You get me? So let's see what y'all saying. Oh, this was a hype, man. The game needs to lose weight. Like, and he did lose weight. Oh, he was way, he was as big as a duplex, respectfully. But he did lose weight, but drinking like that, I don't know. The game looked like he needed. Yeah, he looked like he needed to get baptized in Florida water. If you know, you know. Let's see what y'all saying. Yeah, he's like a big kid, a big toddler, and let a kid that loves cake in a cake factory unsupervised. Leave him unsupervised. It's game over. That's what I should title this. He wants to know why Kendrick's not answering. Yeah, he need to take several seats. Miss, buy money. Yeah, he needs to take several seats. Um, yeah, the good bath. I'm still laughing at that. He looked just disgusting. I wanted to hose him down, like put the fire alarm. I was like, somebody put the fire alarm so that thing could be shut down. He could shut the hell up and like take a shower or something. It looked like it was musky up in that piece. I was like, there's certain venues and certain places I don't need to be at. There's certain places I wasn't jealous or anything. Like I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm missing out. No, I would have feared getting invited to that one. Like it just looked like it smelled like warm gym socks up in there. It looked like it smelled like you know what up in there. It looked musky as hell. He looked smelly. I don't care how much cologne he wears or whatever. All that sweat and grabbing on just hugging up on YG all damn night, yo. That was and then he did so much. I can't even name it all. Remember when he put the red rag on Big Boy's head, and he was like, "Man, don't get me in no kind of trouble." He did a video after with the game, and he was like, "Man, don't make me viral. Do not make this clippable." And everybody already made it viral. He looked deranged. He looked like you know what it looked like if you know the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It looked like they left the loony bin open by accident, and somebody knows like some little bit of songs like, and he was just like it was karaoke for him on his own songs. That's me dropping a bar. I know when I drop a bar. It was he did karaoke on his own songs. Drunk, he was baptized in liquor, my guy. He was baptized in liquor. He was drinking from everybody's cup. What the fuck, yo? What the hell did we watch? I gotta upload Mac Wop's reaction. And I'll put my reaction too. I put a snippet of my reaction. Deranged. Remember Miss Marianne? Yes, he looked like a deranged animal. He looked like they done let the freaking loony bin open by accident. Who in the hell left the gate open? You get me? And this dude just dropped, just came out and said he ran all the way on stage. The first 5 seconds was so promising. He came out with his afro. I'm like, who you think you is? Jay-Z? Oh, you trying to do that Jay-Z? You gonna get a little Beyonce from around the way to shave your head in mid-performance? Or what's happening? You get me? He came out, he was like, Jay-Z did it. It could work for him. He's having much success. He came out, boy. Who in the hell left the gate open? That's the best I could say. The game looked like Coyote. He looked like Frederick Douglass. The game was Frederick Douglass on off like a gallon of Henny and half a gallon of Don Julio. He looked like Frederick Douglass trap version. The trap version of Frederick. Like, what is we even looking at? The scary times, I tell you. Scary times. Scary for real. The first 5 seconds were like I was saying. The first 5 seconds, they came out the car. I was like, ooh, okay, LA, okay, go ahead, game. Try you, do your little thing. I'm still gonna vote for YG. I hear you have on that hot as jacket. You talk about what YG? He did have that. No, Game did have a jacket on. Yeah, I thought YG was gonna come out in a suit. MacWap even dressed up for the occasion because he thought his boy YG was gonna come out in a suit. But like I said, any of us, they made the wrong people famous. Any of us, could have, put this show together. How the hell? Look, when y'all look at the snippets, how in the hell You gonna have 5 million people on how you gonna have 5 million people on stage? It was so crazy, the stage, that all they had was like a square footage to perform at one point. I kid you not, I ain't capping. All they had was like this. They were in the tippity top front of the stage like this. And the game just sat on the stage at one point. I have that on the video too. He just sat there and made funny faces. Where was I, yo? Where was I? Just tell me where I am. Just let me know. Where were we last night, man? When we were watching this shit. Like, where were we? What the hell was that? Maybe they told him the wrong thing. Maybe they said, nah, you gonna do karaoke. Or maybe he thought that was rehearsals. Maybe I thought that he's like, yo, I'm lit. It's gonna be, viral. My rehearsal's gonna be lit. You know? That, yes, scary, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Yeah, these are scary times, Edward. Yeah. I agree. I can't mess with crazy, creepy R. Kelly and Duffy. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And this is the same guy that spent 2 years. You spent 2 years with Diddy. That's crazy. That's scary. You spent 2 years. God knows what he caught, didn't catch. It's out of control. It's ridiculous. So he. What else did he do? Oh my God. Yeah, he thought he was Jay-Z. He really did. When he put them girls on stage, it was crazy. When he put them girls on stage, I was like, yo, this is going to turn to rated R. Because he literally almost took a girl's shirt off. And then he dry humped this other girl, and he was grabbing cheeks. I wish I was kidding. On stage. And YG just kept looking at him and was like, he kept his cool. YG is a cool ass cat. He's something different. Kendrick is look at what the hell. You think Kendrick wants any of that? Energy goes through the phone. Let me say that again. Energy goes through the phone. He don't want no type of parts of that animal's energy. That dude is out of commission. He don't want none of his nasty ass energy. What the hell he's gonna even talk about? So the game looks like, allegedly, I put allegedly for y'all, but he looks like he has a drinking problem. He looks like he has a drinking. He left his mind in El Segundo. He done lost his mind. So imagine, half of those rants that he goes on, people were saying all kinds. The comments went wild at Complex. They were like, cocaine is a hell of a drug. They were like, yo, y'all got any more than, you get me? Ski slopes. Like, it looked like he was off for everything. Respectfully, he is in a crisis. He looks bad. And that's sad because he started losing weight. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Look, he has the same symptoms as all of these guys. This is what I call rappers can't get to Kendrick, right? They can't get. This is what they can't get. Look, this is a list of what they can't get. Young Thug can't get a blessing or verse from Kendrick. You get me? They just be sweating this man so bad. The game can't get a phone call. If you want to laugh, look at all the ways they're making fun of the game, talking about, and people that know him are confirming that he is upset that he can't get Kendrick on the phone and stuff like that. He can't get a phone call or an answer phone call. Crody can't get Kendrick's foot off his neck. Crody can't get a win either. Crody Drake, Drake Keisha, the, wannabe baddie can't get anything but bad luck. Karma. That's all he can get. Lupe Fiasco and Jid can't get Kendrick's attention either. Like Kendrick keeps saying, y'all gotta try harder. Y'all gotta try harder. Let's see what y'all saying. Y'all gotta try harder, my guys. It was so cringe. Yes, you're a music diva. That was cringe. It was like we were up on arms at home. Like at home, everybody was like, and people in the comments were saying that thing was cringe. They were saying that. Crowned the winner, the victory 19-3. I think the victory is 20-0. Like, you get me? 20-0. YG 200 to 0. The victory was 400, 5,000 to 0. I don't care if it was only 10 songs or whatever, 20 songs. It was, the victory was like nothing. You know what I'm saying? No, that, no, I don't. They're gonna say that it was 19. Yeah, they're saying that, but nah, respectfully, the victory was just a landslide. It was an ass whooping. It was a complete ass whooping. It was, yeah. He done send this boy on timeout. Yeah, Kendrick can't. He don't have to battle. Yeah, truth be told, truth unfiltered. Kendrick can't battle anybody anymore. He doesn't have to unless somebody disrespects his family or something like that. Everybody wants a moment just to go viral. Everyone. It was like lightning in a bottle. It will never happen again. Yeah. So what I feel is if somebody disrespects Kendrick's family, he's going in. And he doesn't have to do like a full on battle. He could just do a one liner or something that's absolutely life changing, career changing, career ending. He's gonna send them a cannon. He gonna bring cannons to a gunfight. If somebody disrespects, crosses the line, they will get their wish. They all want some type of attention. This is the age of going viral. This is the age of going viral, and that's literally what's happening. Everybody wants to go viral no matter what. Your music diva said YG definitely walked in ready. YG was. This is the opposite. YG kept his composure. He looked, at one point, Game, even in the video I showed it, he like threw shots at 50. You want to play with 50? Even though 50 can be beat by obvious, young kids and teenagers. You get me? He can be walked out of here. But 50 is a troll. Like, you don't want it. So he was trying to involve YG in it. He's like, you can't compete with us, 50 or something like that. And YG walked away from him and just smiled. Like, and YG, I don't know how YG kept his composure the whole night and kept a positive attitude. And gave him his flowers too. YG said, you got bangers, you helped a lot of people, you put people on stages. He does. And that's like another thing. Those are like bipolar. Like the game gives a lot of vibes. Like schizophrenic, bipolar vibes. He's in extreme mood swings. And that's what Glasses Malone was talking about. He was saying that the game has always been like that. And people that thought that he was a certain way got disappointed because they find out that he's not. That dude is off of everything. He's been like that. He is very disloyal. And he's very transactional. So him, and I said it already in my previous live, him hanging out, getting flown like a baddie, with Drake flying him out for a little candlelight dinner, I bet you anything he made money off of that. He doesn't care about nothing else. So he's probably, and that's another thing. I want to say one more thing. I'm going to say something that's not so popular to say. The game giving YG and all the people and all the Bloods or whoever, all the people on stage and LA saying that he loves LA. To me, that's a cop out. To me, that's like, please don't hate me. Don't beat my ass since I've been disloyal to LA, siding with Drake and all that. And I don't even know how anybody could even mess with him. You get me? So it was almost like him buttering people up as a master manipulator. I'm going to say that, and I don't know how many people are going to be saying that. So it was like a master manipulation, like, nah, we good. Oh, yeah, on Blood. Oh, yeah, we good. That's all fake. He cannot be, he's a complete snake to me. A complete snake, and you got to be careful with that. The game needs serious psychiatric intervention and help. Yeah, because if it's not a psychiatric evaluation, how about the Henny? How about the Don Julio? How about the you're going to drink like a pint of liquor? Game will talk about YG next week. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Next week he gonna be like, man, that ain't nothing. He gonna start running his mouth. And that's what he did. He gave Kendrick props. He did 2 songs with Kendrick, or 1 or 2 songs that were absolute bangers. He was in the studio. I got a video of the game. If you want to see it, it's on my page already. of the game vibing with Kendrick. When I mean turning up, he was turning up, giving Kendrick. He's like, "Yo, you got the hottest. You just flamed this verse." My guy, like giving him props. So that's the same guy that gave him props and hates Kendrick because of jealousy, because he can't be as big. So whatever his goal was with his verses, he completely destroyed it, completely humiliated himself, completely embarrassed himself. He doesn't know any of his lyrics. I want to see a verses where they don't have backtracks. How about that? Or they just have a little bit of ad libs in the background and not. You get me? Like, yo, these things were singing it for them, a lot of them. But YG, they lowered some of his music so he could be singing. So we heard YG a little bit more. When the game first started singing, he already messed up the words. That's why MacWab, I'm gonna upload his reaction. He was like, "Nah, you kidding me? You got backtracks and you mess up your words. Your backtracks can't even help you. That's some type. That's a different type of loser, performance. All of these vibes I saw that early on when he had the reality show. He is a snake. Yeah, I didn't watch it. He's despicable to me. I didn't watch that game. Yeah, he gonna talk about everybody next week. Yeah, all that love and affection, all that nonsense. Didn't Game just ask 50 for a G Unit headband? Oh my heavenly Father, you can't make this up. And that's where he succeeds. If he's if the game is in a reality show, because people love to watch train wrecks. You get me? If the game is in a reality show, that's where he's gonna succeed. Because people gonna laugh. People just gonna be laughing and carrying on. Respectfully. But that's all. Or you just get turned off by it. You get so turned off that you like, man, I ain't watching this fool. I ain't watching. It was all lies. He never cared about Kendrick. That's what I'm saying. Um, that's what I'm saying, Miss Buy Money. That's what I'm saying. For me, I don't think he ever cared. And I'm gonna put that with J. Cole too. I'm gonna put J. Cole right on it. I don't think he ever cared. So this is how I clash with certain people that be like, nah, they were like brothers in Kendrick's head. Because Kendrick came into it innocently with loving heart into those relationships. He did give them a chance. He gave Drake a chance, but he found out with Drake quickly that Drake was no good. He gave J. Cole. J. Cole and him had way more in common because he seen J. Cole writing a little bit, writing, and they were like kind of backpacky and groovy kind of vibes and stuff like that. So he, you know, kind of related to J. Cole more. But J. Cole had a different agenda. The whole time, J. Cole didn't even believe in himself, and Kendrick was a threat. Kendrick is a complete threat to these guys, so they have to protect their energy. And Kendrick will distance himself, I believe, my opinion, from even his boys if they start kind of being neutral or acting neutral. And shout out again to MacWap, because MacWap was trying to give Game some props. He was like, yo, Game's catalog is pretty legit. Yes, but that's his old stuff. You get me? Is he still producing bangers? He don't even remember his bangers, the new songs. He didn't remember any new songs, hardly. And you know what he kept doing in the verses? He kept saying, "Yo, Charisma, DJ Charisma, cut that out, cut that out." By the way, there's a video on DJ Charisma, an interview where it just popped up because you know how it goes. Where she's saying that was his DJ. Where she's saying that she's sick and tired of playing Drake. That it's not in her control with the radio. Like she has to play Drake 6 times an hour. It's mandatory, and she didn't even want to play it or whatever. So she's not really with that. So it's kind of weird that she's his DJ. It's weird out here. It's really weird out here. The Game is the West Coast Lil Wayne. thank the hell out of you. Truth Unfiltered, exactly. Just a bunch of cry. All of these mofos are crybabies. All the Tammy, how you doing, Tammy? Game was acting like a child who needed reassurance. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, I'm getting so much love. You know, he's getting so much love. That's what I'm saying. He was thriving off the energy. He was thriving off the I'm viral. All eyes on me. He was thriving. It was like narcissistic vibes. I hate to keep using that word, but a narcissist. A narcissist thinks they're the victims, that everybody's against them. So when you just inflate their ego, they're on point. They're good. They're thriving. They're happy. It's like, yeah, that's all he was trying to do is aura farm and just like get accolades last night. So he was in his glory. He thought he was the shit last night. He thought he was there. He was like, oh yeah. And the fact that YG was respectful because they're both red. You get me? So he's in a YG's in a dichotomy. YG's in a dichotomy because it looked like his energy was distance, but he did show respect because in a versus, that's what people do. People will compete. It's like friendly competition, but they are good sportsmanship. They show good sportsmanship, and you respect their catalog, and you say some nice words. So I feel like he was just saying some nice words. I don't know. His energy, like, he just was like, ooh, don't touch me. It was cringe. Like, YG was just like, and he was giving him handshakes and stuff, but it just looked like he knows this guy is freaking insane. Like, he knew it, Nice to see you. So he knew that. It was out of pocket, completely out of pocket. Um, so he was in his universe. So the game was in his universe. He took control of that, and he wasted so much time. When I mean like so much time talking, rambling on. Like the video that I did was super super short. It was a minute and a half, but it was like condensed. I just condensed moments. If y'all watch the snippets, because I'm not, trying to get copyright. But if y'all watch the snippets online or the whole performance, yeah, I'm not finna play with complex like that. You could see how long this man dragged this thing on. Yo, he was talking for freaking ever. I was just like, I literally left watching it and just came back to it and see what the hell was going on. And YG wanted to play all his, and that's the thing, because the game wasted so much time. YG couldn't do all of his performance with the time that he was supposed to be allotted. The time that they gave YG, he had to cut a lot of those things short. And then at one point, the game, so they brought out Chef Boy, the one that sings "Gang Gang," that hit. Oh wow, YG already knows. Yeah, YG, yeah, Truth wanted, Game wanted a hug after every rap. It was so, yes, it looked forced. It looked absolutely forced. Yes, Tammy, Truth Unfiltered, and Miss Buy Money. He looked like he needed confirmation every second, every single. That's what I'm saying. I lost count at 28 handshakes. Respectfully, he wanted a hug and a praise, and inflated to fuss and inflate his ego. When he reads these comments, what y'all think he's gonna do when he sees that people saying, number one, that YG's had a landslide win, and when he sees all these comments, what do you think he's gonna do? You think he's gonna go on a crash out tour on these podcasts again to try to defend himself? What do you think he's gonna do when he sees the backlash of his performance and him drinking all that? He got so many questions to answer. He has so many questions. The game is out of context. Yeah. Plus the game is older. He should be showing the younger ones an example. He was absolutely disgusting. And he was disgusting with women. With those women on stage. That's my main concern. He pulled this girl's shirt almost off. He pulled this girl's shirt almost off. Like I said, I think this is a cry for help. Yeah, and there was this video that came out that he filmed this morning or in the daytime, or that came out, and it was the game. Big Boy was in the bathroom or whatever, like coming out of the bathroom or whatever, and they just record. I don't know why they recorded it in the bathroom, but it was supposed to be funny. Like he was saying, "Don't put that thing on my head. You trying to get me in trouble." Big Boy was saying because he put the the red rag on his head, and he was like, "Don't do that again" or whatever. And I don't know who recorded that, but the whole thing was, he, YG could have had a. Now it was a great celebration, people dancing and everything. T-Rel, I guess, was there from back on Fig and what have you. And I'm curious to, Mac Wap didn't want to be there, but he just, I think he was better creating the content and the way, because his community is growing, and he's very good. He has a great personality, so he's great as a content creator. And so is Glasses. Glasses is great. He be crashing out every 5 minutes, but um, yeah, I wouldn't want to be in that musky ass room. I think he will cry and swear he had a victory. What an idiot! That's what I'm saying. What do y'all think is gonna happen? He's not beating the allegations. That's another one. This is what I'm saying. These guys have funny, weird, weird case. Why they still around? Yes, the game is gonna revert back to dissing. That's what I'm saying. Miss Marianne said he's gonna revert. True, and Drake are connected with A minors allegedly. Yeah, yeah, and not just that. The game has other allegations for being handsy. If you know, you know. And he was real touchy. It was crazy. Um, yeah, he took it. Yeah. Um, it was like it was like people, they took it easy on the game. Like they coddled his behavior all last night. Like they coddled it. I don't know what YG could have done though. YG, I think he handled it beautifully because he just waited out, watched, and kind of laughed a little bit, and that dude. So when they brought out Chef Boy, I think, yeah, to do, if you gang, I'll be outside with my gang, right? When they brought that dude out, right? Why did he took so much time? And then the game said, I want him to perform again. It was like he was avoiding singing his songs. He was avoiding singing his songs because he had him perform that song like 2 or 3 times. And he even instructed YG's DJ, and was telling, and YG's DJ didn't want to do it. He was playing the next song for YG to perform. And this guy was telling him, "No, bring Chef Boy back out." Yo, he was out of commission, yo. He was out of commission. Game thought he was at his pop out. At the pop out, right, Tammy? He thought that's exactly what the hell. He was doing his own pop out. He still heard from the pop out. He's been on 3 or 4 podcasts talking about the pop out and explaining it in different fonts. He was like, I'm back on Fig. I like the way Smack put the pressure on him. He was like, yo, you didn't go to the pop out. You want to talk about that? And and Smack was there at the pop-up. So the game was like, no, I just wanted him to get his moment, and he needed an oxygen tank. I completely out of breath. He is in bad, horrible shape, and that's another thing. This is what I'm gonna say 1,000 times. You wanted all our attention, just like Lil Wayne. Who the hell? Raise your hand if you want to see Lil Wayne at a Super Bowl halftime show, to yell like an elephant, to be screeching like sacrificing a small goat. You get me? Get it? That's a double. Used to be goat. It's like just screeching sounds like an animal in pain, or that's what I mean. So he had the attention, and look what he did with it. The same thing. These are the people that be crying for, oh, I want my attention. He got his attention. I don't know who's gonna be booking the game. Who the hell would want to book a tour or just go on a concert, go to one of his concerts. He showed how annoying he could be on stage and drunk as hell. People just gonna be pissed off, but you know how it goes. There's gonna be people purchasing them tickets as soon as that boy said he going on tour or he's going on whatever. There's people purchasing and then they get mad. The same thing they did with Lil Wayne, and now Lil Wayne is viral for his screeching sounds on stage. For all the last performance in the last year or two, it's just like a screeching hyena that's being tortured on stage. So that's what you get. That's what you get. That's what we're taking away from this. Lil Wayne's supposed to perform for New Orleans, his hometown, but King Kendrick had to do it. Yeah, he wasn't supposed to. Yeah, I slightly disagree. He wasn't supposed to, not at all. That was never meant to be. He couldn't. He couldn't. He was feeding peanuts to an elephant. He didn't have time. He couldn't, and he was screeching like a hyena. He couldn't. It wasn't. It wasn't supposed to be at all. Thank God it wasn't. It was not serendipity. No, he wasn't. Kendrick was supposed to do it. Kendrick had to be the savior. Oh, Kendrick's not your savior? Kendrick is your savior. Nah, man. No, we're not gonna. It's like some type of, coming of age, you know, coming of age ritual in Africa. That's what it sounded like: pain, agony, and defeat. No, I was not gonna pay for that because I was gonna get pissed off. Everybody's gonna end up in a headlock. If I'm in the crowd like that, I will start a whole fight. We're gonna do a night in jail then, because everybody gotta go. Everything must go. We trashing the place. If it's like Kendrick said. If you see a whack artist, do more than boo him. Kill him on camera. Then kill his man. Get him on camera. Then get his manager. Get whoever's involved to put that idiot on stage. You know what I'm saying? If you see a whack artist, do more than boo him. That's the hard part 2. Check out the hard part 2 and 1 that I broke down this week. Long form, long videos. Sorry for the typo. Oh, thank you, Miss Marianne. She said, I don't think Lil Wayne knows where he is. No, Lil Wayne don't know where he is. I say that all the time. That's one of my most popular things. It's like Lil Wayne, when they tell Lil Wayne he's gonna perform, they told him, I told you, this joke is old. I keep saying this joke, but it's not really old. They told him he had the halftime show, and he's like, I'll perform, but show me where the stage is at. And they're like, oh no, it's right here with the. He was performing in a green screen, and he thought it was thousands of people. He doesn't know where he is because of his sippy cups. You get me? He don't know where he is. It's like, I'll do the show. Just tell me where the stage is. That's like Martin. If you watch Martin, if you know, you know. That's one of Kendrick's favorite, and that's one of my freaking favorite shows, if not my favorite. When Martin went to the DMV and he put the guy's glasses, pretending to be his glasses, and they were bifocals, like trifocals or whatever, and he couldn't read anything. And they were doing the eye test, and they were the guy George Jefferson, the one that plays George Jefferson, and he points to the chart, and Martin has the glasses on, and Martin says, and then he said, read the letters, and Martin said, I'll read the letters, just show me where the chart is. Yo, when I tell you I flatlined, I'm still laughing at that. I cannot stop laughing at that, and it's been years. He said, show me where the chart is. I'll read the letters, which is bigger. If you can't read the letters, if you can't see where the chart is, and the chart is huge, them charts with the letters. If you can't see where the chart is, he said, I'll read the letters, just show me where the chart was right in front of him. You get me? And that's Lil Wayne. The proof is right there. You sound horrible. And Lil Wayne already said that he don't pick his songs. That's the last thing he said online. He said they just be picking stuff. And here you go, wrap a box of bullshit, a box of boo-boo, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, the Carter's 10, the Carter 20, the Carter 5 million, and he don't know. And then he go back to sleeping on stage, to snoring standing up. I've never seen that. That's an art form. You got to give him props for that. I've never been able to sleep in front of a crowd standing up, and I'm the one performing. The end. So the game had his own version of a disaster. They're all the same because they're all the same. Lupe had a disastrous performance too. Horrendous performance last week or the week before. They're all the same. They're not inspirational. They're not influential. They don't give a damn. I love Martin. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, he was at the DMV. Your music deal. That's why you don't type without glasses. Yo, I know. Sorry for the typo. Oh, damn. Okay, well, let me see. What was. I was afraid for him. I just knew he was going to collapse. At any moment, your music diva said Lil Wayne was supposed. Oh, yeah, yeah. We said no to that. He needed an oxygen tank. He needed an oxygen tank, and he needed the letters and the prompt, like a teleprompter to read his. Yo, he's going out so sad. Thank you, Miss Music Diva. He's going out. They're all going out sad. They're in a competition, and I said this before. We're adding losers to the list. They're competing, number one, for Kendrick's attention because they think Kendrick is the way out. They know how much money Kendrick can generate. After you sell out a Super Bowl, and even before that, you sell out a you break the record for the most Super Bowl watch. You beat Michael Jackson, my guy. You beat Michael Jackson. That's what we're talking about. So they're like, I just want a piece because all it is money. So they're all going outside. They're in a competition. Who is going outside, chat? Lupe, Stupid Fiasco, Jid, Big Baby Jid, freaking, and like I said, all their karma. This is just karma. Young Thug, who people don't even remember. Remember when he put himself white? He made himself white on the cover of his album. He sealed his fate in blood. Like he sealed his fate. And Drake. Look, these are the people that are going outside. Drake, Game, Young Thug, Jid, Lupe, J. Cole. Why would we forget J. Cole? J. Slow. J. Cole Slow. um, who's going outsider? J. Cole's on tour, and yeah, he got little arenas or whatever. You know how it is. They filmed the front of the arenas. He got people. He got people that went to the show because most of the population is stupid, and people just be want to turn up to whatever. They don't care what the person does. They don't have any morals. So yeah, the game is. So I don't know who's going outsider. So I just can't wait to see. Not Jay Slow. Yeah, Jay Cowardly Lion. I just can't wait to see when the game sees all this backlash for his. He thought he turned up. Drake's still number one. Yeah, J Cole's Honda tour. Yeah, his Honda tour. And then he pulls up with a luxury car, and then he does the Honda luxury car. Honda. He don't know where he wanted. He fake woke. J Cole is fake woke. J Cole is like he thinks he's like one with the universe. The universe is kicking his ass. The universe is he has dates with karma because he's despicable too. He's a backstabbing friend, allegedly. But not just that, his lyrics have been crazy. I don't know how y'all didn't even notice that. Like, so some people did not know he's demoralizing to women. He does weird references with slavery, doesn't he? He's a Drake. I call him Drake Jr. They're both Drake. Both of them are Drake. Both of they're twins, except J. Cole is more the cowardly lion, and Drake is a twin with the big mouth that wants to do stupid things. So they feel sorry for Cole. Yeah, there's people that feel sorry for Cole because he's filling up his little arenas. Titanium, how you doing? Yeah, they're filling up his little arenas because most of the population is stupid. There's a lot of stupid people. Matter of fact, I want a shirt that says that. I see, that thing? I see dead people. I want a shirt that says "I see stupid people," and then in the back, dot dot dot, everywhere. That's what it is. Most people. That's why, like I said, I'm sapiosexual. I get excited when I see somebody intelligent. I'm like, ooh, smart, comment. You know. So a lot of people are stupid. That's why it's like I be like going through my things where I don't like humans. I help people. A lot of people want to tell me their life story. I got that energy, and I be funny. People think I'm funny and stuff. They always want to tell me their life story, and I'm like, Dad, this would be a lot easier if I cared. You get me? I don't care about just silly people. I do care about nice, kind-hearted people, people that are real. If somebody's going through something, I'll help you, and then okay, be gone. All right, bye. Here's money. I'll help you. I'll move your house. I'll help you move. I'll do everything. Humans get on my nerves. Most humans get on my nerves. I do like a few people. That's why in this community I have millions of views on my channel, but look how many people, because you attract where you are. So that's why a lot of us get along. A lot of us, my community, I feel like you have to understand or be kind of like agreeing with me and some of the stuff for us to get along. And it's true. Look, I put that YG versus game. Most of my community was like YG. I knew it. I know who my people, my followers are, because we were thinking similar. We're like, ain't no way we're gonna give Game no props. And look, he became a disaster. He displayed just a garbage ass performance. That was booty cheeks. That was monkey butt. His performance, his record should be triple wood, or they shouldn't. He shouldn't put nothing else out. I love your voice and your humor. Thank you, thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, I be trying to be, have decorum when I do the the commentary on the videos. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, Jay Slow apologized to King Kendrick. Yeah, he apologized and then did then did Port Antonio. Are you a Libra Titanium? No, I'm not. I'm an air sign though, close enough. I'm not a Gemini. If you know, you know. Yeah. So, because a lot of people relate to me because I say the quiet part out loud. No, J. Cole cannot be trusted, your music diva. I like those glasses, Titanium. That's cute. That's cute. I like it. No, yeah, I am an air sign, so that's why I get along with Kendrick because we think similarly. I'm like Boogie Woman. I think similarly. I like to be in the cut. I like to, I go in a room, and when I go in a room, or like if I have a job and I'm showing up at work, I'm the type of person that I go in and I'm quiet. Even though I have a whole content, but I go in and I'm quiet and people just want to gravitate towards me because I'll say something funny or silly and I don't care. Like, I say what's on my mind. So those are the type of people you either love or you hate because some people can't stand. You know how many people I block? A good day is me only blocking 4 people from the channel because people be out of pocket. And somebody, shout out to the OV hole that made me laugh this week. You get me? Because they were so wait, I gotta make an intermission. W chat, W subscribers, they don't send this boy to the cosmic. They send this boy to Magic Mountain. This OV hole was in the comments saying with Kendrick's snippet, he went ham. He was like, yo, this is straight trash. What the hell are y'all doing? Why is everybody, they say the same thing. They're like, why is everybody glazing peacefully? But he wouldn't stop. I've heard that comment before. They come to my page in the comments and they're like, yo, why is everybody, this is the Glazing Kendrick channel. All right, fine. I'll take it. I like it. I like it. So he just kept going and the subscribers were letting him have it. It's like Avengers attack. Yo, it was like so many comments. I had to intervene and I removed him. So for the people that were still trying to give him pow pow and belt to ass, I removed him. So that's why the comments stopped. But they were letting that boy have it. They were putting wet belt to ass. They were just they were like, let's look at your profile picture. They did W chat, man. W chat. And he was like, he kept going. If you know, you know. If you saw that comment, you know exactly what I'm saying. He's like, yo, look around. Look at all these comments. How is it possible? It was so funny. And then what I do is, okay, this is the savage part. You know, if you hear you'll hear what I do. I leave a comment, and then I block them, so they're able to see that last comment. And when I tell you I sent him to hell, respectfully, I had to pray after and ask for forgiveness. It's much easier to ask for forgiveness. I sent him to straight hell with like dynamite sticks and drenched in gasoline. I let him have it. I let him have it. He was talking reckless, and he was like, this is so trash. I said, your mama's mustache is trash. The lineup she got, and I just went crazy. I was just doing silly stuff, but I let him have it. I had a little fun. Is what I'm trying to say. I had down in Dixie. Hey, how you doing? I had a little fun before I blocked that overhaul. They're so delusional. They're so delusional. I laugh most of the time. Most of the time, I laugh, even though it's stuff that gets me angry. But it's hilarious to me because they find so many things wrong with everything that Kendrick does. They're like, he's quiet, he's scared. Right now they're going crazy because he's quiet. When he pops out with a snippet, they hate it. When he does community service for his high school, they hate it. They just hate the way he was hugging his old teacher. They hate everything. They hate the way they were going crazy, hating the way he pushed the stroller. He pushed his son in the stroller. It's unbelievable. It's literally unbelievable. Twitter's on fire. Twitter is Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah. Some of these online platforms and Instagram, the Sodom and Gomorrah. That's a Bible reference. If you know, you know. Condemned. Condemned city. There were so many bots in the comments last night on the Verzuz channel. It was crazy. And people like, yo, how come that doesn't happen on your channel? Because I'm not letting that slide. I'm not letting that go like that. That fool doesn't understand Kendrick's snippet because they don't understand anything. And we're going to break it down too. I'm going to do that next also. Yeah, I have the lyrics and everything. Yeah, so they let that fool have it. And it was so many people attacking him. It was delicious. It was amazing. Yeah, there was so many people attacking that over here. Well, since it's Saturday, I'm going to leave it because my birthday is on September 29. Oh, okay. Air signs. Shout out to all the signs. Fire signs, air signs, earth signs, and water signs. You know, them emotional people. Well, we all emotional at one point. We are duality. I like a little bit of all the signs. I have my favorites of all the signs. Shout out to Cancer. I always have a lot of people. Um, yeah, I relate to a lot of different signs. Humans get on my nerves also. I protect my peace. Exactly. You have to. Miss Buy Money. Yeah, you have to protect your peace. Yeah, they y'all was so funny. Every time it's like when I don't watch the chat, I do take care of the chat. That's why people be like, "Oh my God, it's so peaceful in here." But when I don't watch the chat, it just be getting crazy. That fool doesn't understand. Yeah, they didn't understand any of that. So, anyways, the game looked like Frederick Douglass on. I don't want to say on crack, but off that henny. Frederick Douglass off that henny. Last night, and it was crazy. It was an embarrassment. And Macwap said that it was an embarrassment to LA. He didn't behave himself the way he should have. Oh, your music diva Cancer? Yeah, I have a Cancer. People always gravitate towards me, and I like them. I like Cancer people, and I like and Gemini's too. I like Gemini's, but I like a lot of signs. I relate. I have friends in a lot of different signs. Like Sagittarius, a fun bunch. Um, yeah, Libras. Okay, yeah, I know about Libras too. Libras trying to find balance at all times. They like to dress. People pleasers. Sometimes. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to all the signs. Um, air signs. Yeah, he looked like Frederick Douglass off that Henny, off that Don Julio. Julio Fulio. I don't know what that dude That dude was eating. Um, was I don't know what he drank, or I don't know, man. I don't think he just drank. I don't think it was just off the alcohol. I think he did a little bit more. I think he did a little bit more. Honestly, I think he did a little bit more. Respectfully, yeah. Didn't he look like him? The way he was up on them girls was terrifying. Check out the shorts. I put a little bit about that. I put a little bit, but I couldn't put when he was dry humping and grabbing that girl's cheeks. I could not do that because that was too unsexy for my page. He was gonna kill the vibe on my page, and I couldn't do it. I was speechless with that performance, with everything. I was like, it was almost like a part of me was kind of not rooting for him to. I didn't want him to win. There's no way in hell. Um, Pigs are not flying. Pigs can't fly, so no way. You know that day has not come when I'm gonna be on game side, but I wanted to for him to take it serious, for it to be a competition, and it's like, all right, we doing this, you know. But he didn't take it serious. You know, he didn't take it serious, and he came. That's unprofessional. So who in their right mind is gonna give you a verse that is dope? What freaking big time rapper that is the reason Kendrick is successful is because he is professional. He takes that shit seriously. He puts in the hours. He has a photographic memory when it comes to words and lyric. Kendrick has a photographic memory, and he's still in the studio 1,000,000,000 hours. He's still performing. Imagine, yo, he lives with the headphones. Look, shout out to the wired headphones. You know, my babies. I did so many edits with this. I do so many edits with this. You know, because I could be everywhere, you know, looking for music and stuff. And that's the thing. Like, I'm always trying to work on my craft and things that some people think I'm really good at editing, and yet here I am, like, learning stuff, watching videos, how to, and experimenting, and still trying to, it's not enough. Why he hangs with the Canadian birds of a feather. Birds of a feather, yeah, they have, they're twinsies. They're all, you know, the reason why he can get along with Drake is because Drake is transactional. He has no emotion. He has the emotions of a brick. He has he has the emotions of a bag of rocks. He doesn't care. Everything he does is transactional with women, with whoever. I'll buy you a Birkin bag. You give me some, or you just let me be your, you know, you be my sex slave or whatever for real quick. It's all transactional. You understand? It's like, be quiet. Here's hush money allegedly. So they get along perfectly, and they're fake. So that's why J. Cole loves to glaze Drake and apologize and wants to be besties with him. um Reference on Gemini. Yeah, Kendrick always references that he's a Gemini from the beginning of time. Then the tank top was sweating. Yeah, the tank top was drunk. That's what I said before. Those girls look so uncomfortable. And that's another thing, like, they shouldn't have gotten on stage. They shouldn't have, because it couldn't be me. I couldn't just go on stage. You're not grabbing me on stage, because then we got a grabbing problem, and that sounds like that's gonna be now that's a lawsuit. You're gonna grab me up and make so you couldn't pay me to get on that stage. You couldn't pay me to be in that why, you know, in that verses. Whoever organized it, no props. No props to that. They were trying to do a good. How the hell you don't have any rules of how many people could be on stage? You get me? 50 million people on stage. And that crowd was so mid, skip. You get me? Like, nah, that they should have, they're whack as hell. The whole thing was like, and then YG took it serious. Like, he tried to do, yeah, they might, and that's all it takes. Because guess what? They have the footage, and they could sue. They can actually sue, especially that girl that was dancing. I forgot. I think she was in the pop out, and she was one of the dancers in the pop out, and he grabbed her top. Her top came on, you know, like it showed her goods from the side, straight up. You know, they buy friends. Yes, Titanium. They buy friends. That's all they do. They're buying Yes Man. And you know what? Shout out to them. Like Kendrick said, they deserve more paper and more paper and more and more and more paper. They deserve more paper. Give them more, pay them everything you've got. Because let them use you the way you use people. There's a bunch of people allegedly that Drake owes. And speaking of that, that young guy came back out and he did an actual official interview. The one that created Nokia, that's from Africa. You know, I think he's from Africa. The kid came back out and did a. I was gonna post that, but I'm like, I don't know. Drake is exhausting. But the kid came out. I might post it because the kid has so much passion singing the Nokia song that it will actually make you probably be like, yo, he sounded way lit. Like, and his ad list was dope. Like, it sounded more flavor than Drake's song. And that was Drake's only main hit. Not like the Padre song. Remember when he was like, say whatever to your padre, that Spanish song? That's horrendous. That was like Walk One Delilah. Sexy songs for nothing. A sexy song for use. Yeah, I'm glad he missed your music diva said. I'm glad I missed that. That's too many people on stage. Yeah, whoever organized that guy, that's, you know, he said at the end, he said, I'm never doing this again. He said that at the end. He said, I'm never doing this again. Or we're not doing this again. I don't know what he meant, but it was crazy. So that was the verses. It was just a hot mess. And he made it easy. He made it easy for YG to win. So I was happy that YG didn't have to do much. And YG got bangers. I was like, yo, I have forgotten a lot about YG songs. Like, he got a bunch of bangers. All right, so let's go on to the next topic. So that was a pack out. That freaking versus was nuts. That thing was crazy as hell. Crazier than a soup sandwich. Baby Keem. So Baby Keem was in Brooklyn. This is a quick one. Baby Keem was in Brooklyn. How many times have I said Baby Keem has an attraction to New York, or he lives there, or he rents a place there, or he is at Kendrick's, penthouse there, or something, because he keeps, there was a Home of Soccer or something like that event with Adidas, and it was a free concert, yo. It was supposed to be for last Saturday, but it was treacherous rain and wind and all that in New York. So they postponed it to the Sunday, the next day, Sunday, which was amazing. This boy done gave, y'all saw the shorts. This boy done gave a concert. A concert. He turned that stage up, and they know that he's a headliner. Baby Keem is turning into Kendrick Jr., like, respectfully. He is his own person, he has his own style, but he is following in the footprints of this man. The guy gave him the alley-oop, passed the baton to him, the blueprint, and like, that thing was so packed because everybody wanted to go, and then the thing had the nerve to be free. This is what happened. He announced it on his story, and in about 20 or 30 minutes, it was all sold out. You just had to add your ticket and stuff like that. It was gone. It was gone. They just packed it out. And he did an amazing performance. He took it more seriously, and this is a kid. This is a kid that's only 20-something years old. And he took that free performance where he could have just been there and did nothing or did something. He took that and turned it upside down. So happy for Baby Keem. That concert was litty. I'm exhausted by these fake people. I protect my peace as well, Miss Marianne said. Right. Yeah. And yeah. You missed the pop out, Edward said. I'm glad. Yeah. So he turned up. He's in a new commercial also with Adidas, and his rollout is still going. His rollout is absolutely phenomenal. and Kendrick's letting him get these opportunities, you understand, and connecting him to these opportunities, because Kendrick has his own, Kendrick has Gatorade, Kendrick has had Nike, he has a lot of sponsorship. So he is letting Baby Keem eat. All right, so in a quick this is quick. Stupid Academics and Mal was running his mouth saying that he didn't go to Jay-Z's concert because he didn't want to see Jay-Z's last performance. It would make him too sad. I don't know why these people have microphones. I don't know why these people have podcasts. Why don't these people get canceled already? Academics, Mal, all these idiots. So Academics went crazy saying, Ninja, you wasn't gonna go because they were gonna put that body work. And this made me laugh because one of the funniest videos between Drake and Academics is one of the videos when I posted on my page. Academics went to the GNX concert. He showed up at the concert, and he thought he was gonna have him a great time. He booked a suite. He thought it was turn up time, right? And when he booked the suite, freaking Dave Free, aka Crash Out, professional guy by day, crash out by night. Okay, because Dave Free, he is beautiful, but he is about it. He's about it. So he done confronted him with somebody else. I don't know if it was Kendrick's manager or whatever. They done put they were like this close to him. They were like, yeah, what's up? Why you here? What's going on? You talking all this crap? They put that pressure on him. And I think he left. They were like, you think I will? They let this boy buy a ticket, spend the money, thanks for the donation, get comfortable, start eating. He thought he was going to be in his own proper, private buffet and just eat himself out of a house and home and that GNX thing. And they done, soured his party. They done ruined his, rain on his parade quick. So he done confronted him and was like, and then it went viral because people were recording it and he was recording it. So he ran out of there like a bat out of hell. So he was capable to give Mal advice. So he said, boy, they're going to put hands on you. Trust me, they don't want you there. They were going to put hands. You save yourself for ass whooping. So he just said all that. He said, Mal, there's no way you were going to go to Jay-Z's concert. They're all funny. They're all weird. Smackademics. He needs to get smacked every time anytime we see him. It's just, yeah. Mal, idiots. The whole podcast and that girl that is with Mal and Rory, they all need to be just eliminated. Like turn all their TV off. Dave and Kendrick's manager, yeah, they pressed him lovely. Turn all their stupid TVs off. I despise all of them. I don't know why that idiot girl can still talk. I don't know why they let him. So that happened. Whatever. This independent artist, 38 Special. This is the next story. 38 Special is trying to go into a rap battle with Jadakiss. Y'all know Jadakiss? Yeah, Jada is respected. Jada rapped with Biggie. He comes from the golden era. He has crazy bars. So they're going back and forth. They're going crazy. I don't know what's happening, and it is what it is. So, I'm too exhausted. 38 need to sit down. So he the funny thing about 38 Special is that he promotes independence, owning your masters, and his message was good. His message was good. But now he's getting overconfident, he's getting disrespectful, and I think Jadakiss put out a diss or whatever, but if Jada even tries to take a little effort out of his pinky to just create anything, he's gonna end whatever's left of 38. And again, all these people do is try to go viral. That's all they do, is just trying to go viral. might be in trouble with that one. Yeah, he's gonna be. Yeah, we gotta turn all their TVs off. It's just stupidity. It's just stupidity. Now let's talk about Double XL. So help me God. Double XL freshman class. Okay, I don't even know where to start with this. I put a video out on Larizi. That's the only one I'm co-signing. The only one that I'm gonna say whatever. Did any of y'all get a chance to listen to the cipher for Double XL's new freshman class? It is dumpster juice. It's not the garbage inside the dumpster. It's after you take the garbage, the juice of the dumpster. That's what the hell they sound like. It's 10 miles past horrendous. It's 10 miles past horrendous. It's the same thing that Complex is doing. It's the same thing. Complex, all of them fake medias, they have some weird agenda. Like, I don't know how. Listen, I know great artists. There's no way you're going to tell me that they're not some good ass rappers. Look at the people that I put on my page in my shorts. The music that I choose. And a lot of y'all is like, yo, who the hell is this? And I'm like, they are unsigned hype. This is a person that just sings for fun. Or this is a person that's trying to make it. There's so many great singers and so many great rappers out there that are hungry. You can't tell me that this is the best of Double XL. It is a joke, guys. It is an absolute despicable joke. What will possess Double XL to embarrass these kids or these people? What will possess? I think this place is being ran by orangutans. And by the way, there's some I already talked about Complex and the people that work there. Some of them are black, some of them are Spanish, it don't matter. All of them are like brain dead. These people in the Double XL class, that's why I didn't even talk about them, are a joke. It's literally like a prank. I don't even know if I want to upload that. I just uploaded Larizi because he actually has skills. Kendrick co-signed him. Kendrick literally said that he shouted him out. He said, I hear your music. I watch your music. I watch you. I've been watching you. He said that at the BET Award. He gave Larizi his straight up flowers. Larizi took a quick picture with him because Kendrick was walking fast. So Larizi's picture was just like, it was like a weird picture. Kendrick co-signed this kid. So, but even in the cipher that they had, Larizi sounded kind of rushed or weird. And he got mad skills. But he sounded better than all of them. So, Double XL and Complex are an absolute disgrace. Cannot be trusted. Cancel them. I'm saying it. Straight up cancel them. Back in the day, Double XL was the shit. Like, they were legit. The people that were undercovers, look at 10 years ago, look at 5 years ago, the people that were undercover back then, they were all nice. With Kendrick, when Kendrick came out, all of them, it was like, yo, it's mad talent up in that page. It's like, dang, you could tell they sift through the rubble to find the nicest and newest unsigned hype. This stuff is an absolute joke. These media outlets have been taken over by right-wing investors who have zero respect for the culture, let alone hip-hop. But here's the thing. How are they going to make money? How are they going to make money? This is what's going to happen. This is my prediction with the Double XL situation, because it's really bad, guys. My prediction is that they want to go viral because, people are going to be talking and saying how bad they are or whatever. They want clicks. They want interaction. But my prediction, and I could be wrong, none of them are going to be successful. None of them. Unless they change and they put substance and put good-ass music, they're all going to be forgotten. It's just going to be another embarrassment in their history. And they will not sustain it. In order for them to make these guys successful, they have to do bot farming. They have to buy bots. They have to There's no way people with good ears and good sense, good discernment is gonna support none of this stuff. It's like if you grabbed your auntie or you grab your little brother or somebody and was like, yo, make a rap out right now, make a rap right now, and they're like, yo, the sky is blue and this is true, and that's how they sound. That's I got more bars than them, respectfully. Yeah, and thank you for all the people that was like, oh, in the hard part too, you was rapping with Kendrick, Yeah, I have more bars. I could create better bars. I promise you. And so their career, none of their careers is going to be sustainable, none, and they're going to have to Drake them. The Drake, when I said Drake was made in the lab, a lot of people didn't understand that, and now you do. It's like the $6 million man. I keep making the reference because it's an old show, and when the guy had an accident, they said, "Gentlemen, we can rebuild them." That's what they do with. That's what they did with Drake. They were like, "We need a stylist. Make his hair like this. Give him, a lace front beard. Give him. You get me? Well, you go with lace front. Okay, he needs braids. He could take them off next week, but he needs braids. He needs this." Because he has a voice that sounds like a rapper, like he's a rapper. So they were like, his voice is okay. Yeah, light skinned guy, this, that, okay. Yeah, he look alright. He look alright. He looks weird. Drake is fugly to me. It looks like a scared werewolf, like a baddie werewolf. He's crazy. So they're gonna have, that's what I'm saying, they created him in a lab, get him the best ghostwriters, get him this. The thing is that allegedly he didn't pay them well, and now they're coming out with reference tracks and all that stuff. So let's see what y'all saying. Just absolutely none of them are. You squeeze them all together, you don't get one good one, except for Larizi. I will learn later that those industry kids, their parents are probably in the business. That's a fact too, but it doesn't matter. They're about to embarrass the hell out of themselves, and that's not. Listen, all lies will be exposed. Like Cat Williams said, all lies will be exposed. And Kendrick said it too. Everything's gonna be exposed. It's God's plan to show y'all the liar. I hope PG Lang eventually takes over with their own version of ciphers. That's what they need to do. Brilliant take, brilliant take. That's what they need to do. They need to create their own. This is what I mean. Cancel them and let's start our own. You get me? And some content creators have done that, where they start their own list or whatever, and that's what we need to do. Or PG Lang to start their own, unsigned hype, column or something like that, because they are better singers. People just overall, people need to do better. Drake raps through his nose, horrible. Yeah, I don't like his. I cannot stand his voice. His voice is nails on a chalkboard for me. I don't know how people like it, and it's the same monotone. He's very monotonous, very monotone. So I never really liked him. I never liked him. I saw right through him. I'm one of those people that saw right through Drake, and some people did not see it. I saw it. I was like, yo, it just sounds like a bunch of little factory hits, like just trying too hard. It was ridiculous. There's so much that has happened in this week. I didn't react to all of it because I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just do it one time. I hate his face. Tell me that's the realest thing. That's exactly how I feel. I can't stand his face. I cannot stand him. I can't stand J. Cole's face. Who else y'all faces y'all can't stand? I can't stand the game's face. I can't look at him. I can't stand. He just looks so like a clown. He looks like an inflated clown. J. Cole looks empty. Like the lights are on but nobody's home. Out to lunch. Loading. Please wait. J. Cole's eyes are empty too. Like, loading. Please wait. J. Cole looks empty as hell. Scary. Scary hours. Who else? Yeah. Lupe looks crazier, than dumbbells made out of cotton candy, like I said before. Lupe looks crazier than I don't know. He looks insane. He looks psychotic. So I don't like any of their faces. Jid looks like an angry kid that's gonna blow something up. I keep saying it. He's a spoiled brat that's pissed off. A kid that's like, I'll show them. You know, one of these kids that has too much money or whatever, and it's in the basement planning something terrible. That's that's Jid. Yeah, they all look crazy to me. They don't look normal. J. Cole is bigger fraud than Drake. Yeah, J. Cole pretended to be Kendrick's like brother, like, and that's why YG is fine. Yeah, he respectfully, he's intriguing. He's a little intriguing. YG, I might put. I'll see what I can upload. But YG, when he did, By the way, YG and the game both said, let's. The game was like, we got no, no. Let me see. YG's no games. DJ said, let's do something for the ladies. Let's do something for the ladies. So when they did something for the ladies, game thought it was groping time. Okay, I'll leave it there. And YG was just moving so smooth. I was like, you're not bad looking, YG. I see you, YG. I see what's going on here. He's very intriguing. He is intriguing. So he was moving real smooth. And his hit, what was that song? I forgot, but it was so I put it in the shorts. I put a little bit in the shorts, and it was he has hits that I forgot about. He has like some really beautiful hits. Lupe looked like he's stabbed somebody at Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, Lupe looks psychotic, and I'm one of the few people that say that. His eyes are like, I don't know. It's like not measured right. It's like his eyes are like something. J. Cole game Lupe. Wait. Tammy said Lupe has baby teeth. That's so weird. Oh my god. Yeah, get it the hell off of me. Yo, I'm gonna have to sage after this. After this reaction. I like YG. I totally agree. Yeah, YG is like a grown man. He hardly sweat. He was just glistening. He was just glistening. He wasn't like all sweaty, dripping. YG was just glistening. He looked like, those men that when they sweat a little bit, it's like you could smell their cologne more. Like you like, ooh, it smells manly. Somebody leaves the elevator and they smell good. You're like, okay. Not like, a deaconess. You know how some women leave an elevator and they're like, God damn, that's like a deaconess. Smell like a church deacon. Smells insane. Baby, ba- baby shark, baby shark, do 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 do. I'd rather be single for life. I'd rather be single and date someone that has baby teeth. There's a lot of people with teeth issue. Just ask Dame Dash. See, y'all started. Y'all started me. Y'all created this. Y'all created this monster. You let the monster, the savage, come out to play. And apparently, let me tell you something. I don't understand how Dame Dash doesn't get embarrassed. We're doing a quick Dame Dash commercial. Because if his teeth fell out, if my teeth fell out on camera, I would change my identity. I would change my freaking identity. I don't know how these people just be living like normal. I would change my hair, cut my hair, make it blonde. I would just be like, nah, I'm not Dame Dash. I'm Damian DeMarcus. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, nah, I'm Damian Smith. And I'll be, the opposite of white chicks. I'll just change everything. And one day he'll forget to make his hands white too if he comes out. I'll be the opposite of white chicks. I'll be like, nah, white man. And he keeps talking about teeth and rapping about bad breath. They're in. And these are the people that we made famous. Why the hell you made them famous, y'all? Why y'all made them famous? Why did y'all make these people famous? Dame Dash, J. Cole, like Drake, Dame Dash, Jay-Z is his Kendrick. You know how they're obsessed with Kendrick? Dame Dash Jay-Z is his Kendrick. And you know I'm speaking facts. Edward said, damn. Okay. I'm late catching up. Oh, Miss Kissart. How you doing? Welcome. Wait, we are on Dame Dash. No, we just took a quick commercial break because he came out. I don't even know how we got here. It doesn't matter. It feels great to, continue to bash him respectfully because he keeps. I said Dame Dash is, Jay-Z's is his Kendrick, and he's still coming out with music talking about people's teeth and breath. And we got here because who was it, Tammy, that said that Lupe has baby teeth. The Gentlemen's Club, I love friends and lovers. I miss Buy Money. I'm gonna have to react to YG. Y'all gonna see YG is a friend of the show, guys. YG, so bear with me because I'm gonna be uploading stuff. I'm gonna probably react to a couple of his songs or something, or his album. Yeah. So I think Tammy said, or somebody said, yeah, that um Lupe Fiasco has baby teeth. It's a murder. It's a murder mystery. Yeah, so he was just check out that video that I uploaded on Dame Dash. I laughed so hard. The only time I laugh harder than that is when I'm doing an upload when I'm editing about Drake, cuz Drake is a ready-made joke. So we already talked about, YG and the whole performance and how the game was somebody's weird drunk uncle touching and sloppy, you know, all over the place, forgetting, mumbling, crying out for help in different fonts at that show. And sitting there groping women, just doing too much, sitting on the stage, having 1,000 people. It was just too much. We were waiting for him to throw up, respectfully. That's the only thing. And then we were complimenting YG. YG's like a grown ass man. He kept his composure. He didn't sweat sloppily. No sloppy sweaters or sweating. He was just glistening. And that's how we got here. But yeah, I never react to YG songs, but I'll react. Miss Kissar said Lupa is such a pick me. Yeah, right now. And he trashed. Let me tell you, he's in competition. These people are in competition with worst performance. Lupe's last week performance or week before was garbage. Was horrendous. His whatever he did, his live performance was horrendous. So he's competing with Game. Game won because he took a gallon or half a gallon of Don Julio on stage and gulped it. And a lot of people saying that it was just water, and I don't believe it was water. I believe that it has, even if he did water, if you know about Game, he's been drinking like this for years. He's been drunk and drinking, and he acted like it. He was falling over. By the way, guys, I forgot to say he was falling over. They were carrying and holding him at one point or another. Say it isn't so. If you watch the verses like I did, they push him up a little bit. He was like falling over. The end. He made sure he trashed his legacy or whatever is left of him. And this is another thing that I want to mention. Don't you notice that everybody that messes with a chosen one, and I'm calling Kendrick a chosen one, gets karma? Do you realize that a lot of people don't like when I say the word karma? But what do you call you more comfortable calling it a consequence? Okay, let's call it a consequence. Everybody that messes with Kendrick and messes with good people, they're getting their ass kicked. Look, and they helping the universe destroy them. J. Cole helped destroy his own legacy. Lupe did the exact same thing. The Game finished himself. In those video games where it says finish him, finisher. He finished himself. He put his legacy through the shredder, whatever legacy he has. First he was there crowning Kendrick, and now he's over there, on dates with Drake. So I'll never forget that. I don't know if he got his baddie chain from Drake, you know, if he got his little baddie moment, if he had to twerk or whatever. You could pay Game, allegedly, anything for him to do whatever. Hey, twerk for 15 minutes. I got 100K. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? There's no limit for these people. There's no too much. There's no discernment. There's no boundaries. There are no boundaries. There's no boundaries. That's what I meant to say. Drake looks so crazy at FIFA. He looked insane. And every time I see him, he looks worse. If that was water, then he needed to call at the. Yo, that water looked like it gave him rabies. He looked like he got bit by a wild dog. He was just. It's like the Little Rascals. You know, he looked crazy. He looked out of control. Crazy. He was falling. Yeah, he was. If we watched the same thing, he was falling. Drake started to look like his father Dennis in the face. He'll be getting cosmetic surgery soon. Truth Unfiltered said that. Kiss are said fact. He's gonna get surgery and then he's gonna look even crazier. Cause you know he's gonna pump his lips up with something. Cause he's already trying to do duck lips. The white side of him, his lips are, you know, real so-so. So I can't wait till he looks like a blowfish. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so fantastic. My shorts are gonna be even funnier. My shorts are gonna be insane. And you're right. He looks crazy, and he's still posting nonsense and saying some, you know, some uh, sillies. Like, just he looks crazy. He looks crazy. And I don't know what's going on with him. But see, they're not his albums. Nobody cares about his album. What's happening with his albums? What's happening with, you know, they shebanged it? What's happening with the shebangers? Where are y'all? You know? Yeah, where's the shebang? They stopped shebanging. So there you go. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody cares. Just the fall off too. You know, the fall off part, whatever. Drake looks crazy. They all look crazy. Who do you think were best? The Game looked like a bag of cats. He looked insane. He looked insane. He looked insane. He looked insane. And Drake is about to look crazier too. And yeah, he looked insane. Um, he looked insane. He has Drake walks weird to me. He walks like a penguin with flip flops or something. Like he walks weird to me, and maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me being silly, but so and Lupe and Jid or all of them crying out online like a rooster in the early mornings. He's just crying. They're all crying out for help. I think, you know. I think they're all crying out for help in different fonts. You know. They look crazy. And the Game was like a mime at karaoke. The Game was like a mime at karaoke. You get me? He wasn't singing anything. So he was like miming his own karaoke show. That's the quickest way. And tell me if I'm lying, I'm flying. Tell me I'm capping. The Game was a mime. It was like a mime performance at his own verses. Drake looks so crazy. Yeah, they do. They look insane. So never, yeah. Remind me never ever to get on your bad side. Oh wow, yeah, I be cutting people. I be cutting. No, I know. Yeah, I've been told. My mouth is silly or something. Yeah, 'cause I don't even know what I be saying sometimes. I know it's crazy. But yeah, I can't wait till Drake turns his lips into like a blowfish. He looks like, I can't wait. A blowfish with the spray that they put men, like a lace front beer. A blowfish with a lace, because that way it's easier. And look, I recommend you blow up your lips, Drake. That way you don't have to worry about duck lipping. It must be hard to keep duck lipping. I'm only trying to help. All of these guys are like squirrels with car keys. You get me? They're going nowhere fast, like a squirrel driving all the way to hell. Sharon, how you doing? You walked in a weird time, but yeah, we were talking about all these guys that want stuff from Kendrick and attention. And the game last night wanted attention. We gave him attention. He looked like a bag of crazy cats. Like, he just looked insane. Like, I said he looked like Frederick Douglass off that Henny, off that Don Julio. Like, gallons of drink. He was drinking gallons. He looked sloppy, sloppy poppy on stage. Just ridiculous. A weird, uncomfortable, cringe uncle. So yeah, so that's what we were talking about, and that they're all needy. They all want something from Kendrick. All of them want attention, and Kendrick cannot afford to waste time. He can't afford it, to waste time on all these people. All right, let's. You're funny, Miss Marianne. You're funny. Hello, Sharon again. Marianne, that you saying the funniest thing to me, because you're like, you remind me never to get on your bad side. My mouth is, I'm just very creative with words, and it's funny because it's like I can cut, I guess, but I also, people be like, oh, you're so articulate in your commentary. Yeah, I have a wide lexicon. He was, yeah, the game was a mime, was miming and just acting like a crazy mime at his, a drunk mime at his performance. So he was singing, but yeah, but then he was singing everybody's lyrics. He was like, it's everybody. He knew everybody's lyrics by heart. He knew everybody's. He knew all of YG. Maybe they didn't tell him that he's not supposed to be YG. He probably wasn't given the proper instructions. So it may not be his fault. He didn't know where he was. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's just doing drinks. I think he's doing a bunch of other stuff. The game was singing, yeah, everybody's lyrics. Have attend the game. She will be watching from the stands. I'll be observing. That's the thing about me. I observe stuff that people don't observe. Yeah, we're gonna go over how to pray. Kendrick's snippet was another one of Kendrick's song leaks besides how to pray. There's been several leaks. I have a couple. The reason why I don't want to put it up is because some of these songs were made. Some of these songs UMG be tripping and trying to, because they're doing distribution for Kendrick. So they be doing copyright claims. They be claiming it. Blocking it is one thing. Fine, block my video, take my video down, whatever. But they be doing copyright claims. I play that game. I don't want to play that game too many times more. Like, that's why I'm like, look, I'm taking this channel as long as it goes, and if not, I'm starting some other one. You'll know the name. If you know, you know. I'm gonna say that every time. My coworkers looking at me crazy because I'm cracking up listening to y'all. Oh no, my community. Listen, you are what you attract. If you like funny stuff, that's your little. That's your thing. Oh no, you came to the right place. We just out of control. I'm out of control. I'm out of pocket. I know I'm out of pocket. I'm a savage with comedy. Like, my family's worse. I'm the quiet one. I'm one of the quiet ones. My family is all cutters. They be cutting to the bone marrow. Like, as soon as you come in, you see that they're comedians. You could tell. Like, they're like, we all observant, So I just be looking at stuff, and that's why I be like, I need to protect my peace. I don't like that many things because it's too many stupid people in the world. Stupid people are dangerous. They can cause the life of people. They're dangerous, I don't know what is up with UMG lately. Yeah, they've been like that. UMG is, you can't trust them. You can't trust them. So let's talk about Streamers University, because I was gonna react to that. Was Yeah. So, oh yeah, your music diva. To answer your question, yeah, I got a couple. I have like three songs, but the only reason I uploaded that other one is because Childish Gambino put it out, and DJ Dahi obviously approved. If not, he would have been like, "Boy, take that down," you know. And Kendrick, they all were on the same page. So because it was okay, it was Childish that put it on that his Gilga radio station, radio podcast or whatever. I was like, "Yo, it's a free fall because he put it out." So the other ones, and they sound fantastic. The other stuff, oh my god. And by the way, we're gonna talk about Kendrick's album too that I think is coming out, and I do agree and believe that the glove, he gonna belt to ass. He is going to go on an even harder mission, because on the GNX album he did a variety of things. He didn't put none of the diss tracks. He kept it like it's light, but it's also heavy, substantial, whacked out murals. The heart, heart part 6. He poured his heart and soul out. But in this next one, I think he's gonna be putting belt to ass, but with melodies. I'll say that melodic, just beautiful. I think he's gonna take us on a different journey, and you're gonna be like, what can he possibly do after Mr. Morale, after doing a jazz album, after this? This boy got taste in music. You know how people, shout out to your music diva and just anybody that loves music. All the people, Miss Marianne, you're obsessed with music like I am with some. We know how to find. I know how to put together music. I know how to set the mood. I'm a mood connoisseur when it comes to music. I know people that create beats. I create beats. Like, I know people that have just amazing songs, or I like songs that y'all probably forgot, and it's like, yo, some 70s classics, some great music. So so yeah, Kendrick definitely has some songs out that leak, recent leaks, because he has yeah, you're right, Edward. Kaiser Night Streamer University is bonkers. So we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna start by saying Kaiser Knight is successful. He's one of the richest streamers and stuff. But some of the stuff these streamers are willing to do for money and success is too weird for me. He has done some weird stuff. Like, if you want an example of what weird stuff, just for content, he was in the shower, wasn't it, with like some young guys or whatever. Him, I Show Speed, I don't know, but they were all in the shower, boys in the shower together, like doing some weird stuff for content in the past. So, yes, he's successful. Yes, he had this idea about Streamer University. Somebody must have given him this idea, but he doesn't know how the hell to execute it, to me. Okay? Now, what if I would have had Streamer University, I would have had it more structured. Yes, people are gonna go wild, people are gonna go crazy, but it's like a shitstorm. And and he has some guest speakers to come and train them, which is a good idea. But the only one that's taking it serious was AJ from his AMP group or whatever. It's so many things going crazy with this. Okay, so Streamer University, it doesn't seem structured. It's so many people. There's people. The reason why it went viral and everything is because there's famous people, like the guy that played Miles Morales or Spider-Man, literally crying over not getting in. There's a bunch of famous streamers that wanted to go to. I don't understand why they wanted to go to Stream University. Actors, singers, it's crazy. And they had the nerve to bring Lizzo as one of the teachers. I don't even know why. She can't even go make her album viral. So there's a lot of weird stuff. Now, let's see. And remember when Kaiser and I said that he has a big surprise? TDE is gonna come on his stream. Somebody from and everybody thought it was Kendrick, and he tried to make everybody believe that it was Kendrick. And I was like, Kendrick will never have time to sit there in your dusty ass freaking show. Can't Never said the same thing twice. He says it constantly challenging himself. Yeah. So I Show Speed had a shower with, yeah, he took a shower. Yeah, they're weird. And I Show Speed was not at the right, he was in like, he was underage at the time. Wasn't he in the shower raging? See what I'm saying? I'm not sure about that, but I've seen some stuff and I've seen enough. I'm like, enough is enough. So they even have this grandma, I think, that she signed up for Streamer University and got in. And she was saying like it's too crazy. She was just complaining the whole time. She thought it was like Sodom and Gomorrah, the forbidden cities or something. But you knew what you were gonna sign up for. Now he has a lot of money, and this is what he wasted his money on. They all snuck out to go out to party or something like that. They all snuck out, and he took a helicopter. He spent money on a helicopter to go see them or whatever. He had a basketball team. It was a hot mess. One guy that went crazy viral, he had 100,000 subscribers, Suburban Baby, I think that's what his name, had a fight with CASHAPP, and that's what made him go up to 700,000 subscribers. There's people giving better advice with the Streamer University from home. So there was a lot of people calling into the show and giving them advice, and it's a fiasco. It's a fiasco. I'm surprised more people didn't get hurt. It was just crazy. So it's like going viral. It's like just doing the most. It's the same thing as the Double XL magazine freshman class. Why do they want these bad contents, these bad rappers up there? It's almost like they want clickbait. They want people to click up and just show whatever. And it's like, well, at least they're talking about, at least we're being talked about. So that's what, like, it seems like what they want. So it's just so it to me it's stupid. And yes, people are gonna do whatever, and it is viral because people want to see just nonsense until they catch a lawsuit or something gets crazy. And when it gets crazy, then because Kai Knight almost got into a couple lawsuits before. He almost got into a couple lawsuits. So let's see what else we have on this. So we have okay, Kendrick's a new song. Okay, Kendrick's Snippet. So I just want to break down and do just a quick breakdown of Kendrick's Snippet. It's called How to Pray. So this is a new snippet from the song. I felt like they gave a lot of the song away. So I don't know how much of the song is left. Don't y'all feel that way? Like he sang a good amount. Remember, he's only feature on it. The same thing with the clips and Chains and Whips. Remember when they did a sneak peek of it? The sneak peek was his entire verse. So I feel like this is his verse. So yeah, I feel like they gave too much away. And Amber Mark sings well, is a good singer. So the first thing he says, so I'm going to break this down. He says, trust me. He says, and he literally says, trust me. I trust you back. So what I feel with this is that Kendrick, it's like, don't let the smooth taste fool you. He's packaging this as a love song, but I think it has a tremendously important double entendre. Like, I think he's getting ready for war. And that's what I believe. Why? I'll break it down. He says, trust me, I trust you back. Right? So he's almost speaking as the perspective of like looking in as a third person saying, yeah, they say trust me, I'll trust you back, but I don't know if I believe that. Reciprocation, then the next line says reciprocation, we live in the satisfaction. People just want to be pleased and be just temporarily satisfied. Clickbait, going viral. So I'm looking at it as a different way that a lot of people are looking at it. Love drunk. I call your name, then call God, both one and the same. So for me, it's like saying he's so in love And sometimes you lose yourself in love and you idolize the person you're with. You get me? Or some people might idolize them. And there it's almost like you're godlike. Making a relationship or person kind of godlike is some could see it as blasphemy and saying you have to love someone, but they're not above God. So for him to say one and the same is very romantic, but at the same time, is saying like there's somebody that's crazy in love and lost their mind. And look at the next line. He says, "You got friends, I got more." Why is there a competition? Don't you think that line is weird? That he's like, "You got friends, I have more," and that's like some of the topics that people do. They don't reciprocate, and certain things should not be reciprocated. Like if somebody's being negative and toxic, you shouldn't reciprocate that. You should just walk away. So, and the next line proves that. He said, "We sneaky, we jealous, the crew finna ignore me, got too careless." So when he has to balance himself at all times. He has to balance his relationships. He has to balance not being in the studio too much. He has to balance family life. So there's a lot of stuff. And I feel like it's hard for him to balance all of that, as Kendrick has a lot of pressure on his shoulders, because when the crew is about to ignore him, like he spends too much time as a family, right? In a family. And it could be the reason, another reason why he didn't do Black Hippie, right? The album. It could be Kendrick. It could be Kendrick. It could be, we said the other way around, that they might not be available or they might not be putting in the work. When Kendrick decides to do something, he'll do it. But I think that it could also be him, that he is putting so much work into his company. The only other time he has is family. Or how much time does he have for himself? Tell me when you about to, but I can't without you. Cold stairs, I've been through something. And he has mentioned this before. I've been going through something. He started that other song. I forgot which song. He started that song saying, "I've been going through something." 365. It was on Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers. "I need nurture instead of promise." Now, this is important because it's like he needs people to heal him with good energy and not just promise empty promises. And empty promises from people also. And that goes with friendships. Like J. Cole's fake friendship. That wasn't a nurturing, and that wasn't reciprocation. That was just promising to, yeah, be there, and look at how it turned out. "The city raised me, the blood spilled changed me." Again, he's seen a lot of violence. "The world blamed me, but you never shamed me." And he understands people that are ride or die. So this is for people that are ride or die. He wants a partner or someone that is ride or die. That the world, look, this is important. "The world blamed me." They blame, the haters. They always blame Kendrick. He doesn't do enough for Spanish people. He doesn't do enough for this one. He doesn't, he has a lot of pressure on his shoulders. Like, I pray for Kendrick. I want more optimism. You raise different. That's way different. So he wants more positivity, more optimism. "Give me some time. I'll come back around. Teach me how to pray, and I'll love you for now." Now, when he says "I love you for now," it's like it's the same. It's like the reincarnation, when he does enough, but God is saying, "Yeah, but that's not enough. And what more? What else do you do?" So it's like when you pray for something, you pray and pray and pray, and then once you get it, you're like, all right, you stop praying because it's like, ooh, finally, this worked out for me. So he's talking in this thing about ride or dies to me, and who can he trust that has longevity? Somebody that's going to be by his side, that's going to be there for him in the long run. Not just like, teach me how to pray and then I'll love you for now. That's just my interpretation. Real love that is not just performative. And a lot of people are performative. Um, it could take a lifetime to some people feel that way, that it could take forever for you to meet someone that is worth it. Hold you by the waist, well, maybe we could waste time. So it's like lust versus love, a lot of those themes, it could take a lifetime. So I don't know if there's more with this song, but this is what I gathered from it. It's a beautiful song. It's like I said, bossa nova vibes. jazzy vibes. So he's coming different on these snippets and on these features, but I don't know what he's gonna be doing with his album. Now I want to finally, the last thing is talk about his album. The glove that we saw. So, listen, everything that Kendrick does hints through his wardrobe. Kendrick does subliminal hints through his clothing, through his lyrics, through everything. Look how long he was wearing casino and gambling stuff. I didn't know what all that was about. And then Baby Keem came out with a casino album. The same thing now with um, the glove and all these things that he's been doing. He literally wore a suit. How do you wear a tux with boxing gloves? That doesn't belong. You get me? So I feel like a lot of people are noticing that this new album, he's gonna be kicking ass. Like I think it's gonna be a beautiful lullabies, but wrapped in like he's going ham. I think he's going back to his old school ways of, you know how he like in Look Out for Detox, that he would go crazy rapping on the Heart Part 2 when he was coughing at the end. I think he's about to go crazy. That's my prediction. I think he's gonna shock the world. Remember, it means, yeah, everything means something, right? Your music diva. Everything means something with this guy. Nothing is casual. So that boxing glove never left my mind. And not just that, he took a picture in an elevator and it was a 911 sign behind him. So it's like, you know, like that White Clef song, someone please call 911, because it's like the party's dying. So it's the same thing when he said the party's dying, and then he's the let the party die, and then mix that with bodies. Those two things mean like he's putting the industry in a life pack. You get me? Those two things are not like, oh, lovey dovey. He is ending. You know how many haters, how many more haters Kendrick has to have that we don't even know about? He took that picture with the glove and the sign that says 911, and it was perfect. And you know, resuscitation techniques and CPR. That's what he took. And he has, who puts boxing gloves? Let me ask you again. Who puts boxing gloves with a tux? That thing never left my mind. It never left my mind. I was like, I can't wait till we unpack this, right? Miss Buy Money said, I think so too, your diva. Right. So this is what I'm saying. So I think that's that new album that he has. And when is it coming out? He might have to step on Imani's toes, but not really, because she's an R&B singer. So he's not gonna really be stepping on her toes. Um, and I think if he puts it, I think he's gonna put it out after the deadline, so that for the Grammys, he will not qualify for the Grammys. He might pull the same thing, October. You know, October's very, you know, he could, for Drake's birthday or Thanksgiving again, or in the beginning of December as your Christmas package. And so he could have that Christmas, and then he could go on tour. But he definitely has been working on his own album. He's been doing features. And by the way, this feature that you heard was 2 years old. He did this feature, DJ Dahi said he did this feature when the rap battle was going on. Yes, folks, when the battle was going on, he was, the Kendrick's side quest need to be studied. He's sneaky. I like it. He's sneaky than a mug. He's over there doing a rap battle. He was recording a bunch of other stuff too. He was recording GNX. He was recording the GNX album before the rap battle started. So DJ Dahi said this album is 2 years old. And he wasn't waiting for Kendrick. Kendrick sent his stuff right away. He was just waiting for the label, the record company. That's what he said that he was waiting for. So Kendrick's about to go ham like you've never seen. He's gonna take it back, I think, to his old days of, you know, when he was just going crazy. Let me see. As I said, I keep looking at the picture with the boxing rap and trying to ascertain what it means. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's kicking ass. He's about, and it might be a TKO, theme, or and that'll be dope. That'll be dope, Because remember when he did Kung Fu Kenny, and he was all like, he went to Japan with it. He took martial arts class. Like he went, and it was amazing what he did with that concert. That's one of my favorite eras. Like the damn tour, that is one of my freaking favorite. Cause the way he was, just everything. You know, he was out of pocket for that intro. Every ninja is a star. The way he did that intro and the girl and the light, if you know what I mean. You know, and she was on stage and the light, it was in good taste. And, you know, she was open, but it was the sunlight and the way he smiled, wicked, wicked sexy. Good flirts, yeah. Birds and the Bees were the only music video from Baby Keem. I love it, genius. So if he does that, and he does a TKO, because there's another video that came out. He and some boxer a few years ago, he walked out singing for that boxer. So he might tap in, and also he made references to the boxer, Terrence Crawford. So it's not by accident. It's not by accident to me. Makes you think he knows his fans are sharp. Yeah, he knows that we are going to unpack. And let me tell you something. I am proud of us fans. The way the internet figures things out is better than the FBI. The FBI don't do their job. Police don't do their job as well as internet sleuths. Like the internet is completely undefeated. They will find everything. You know when they be saying like, "Yo, Chad, can you help me find this guy? I met him at whatever. He was at this concert." And they're like, "That's such and such." Somebody always knows. That's such and such. So, yeah, he won. He wins. So I think it's gonna be back to Kung Fu Kenny, kicking butt, but like a TKO or boxing type of situation. Because why are you gonna be with boxing gloves and a suit? We don't have any more videos. Why don't we have more videos from Casino? Imagine how busy Kendrick is. He first of all, GNX. We don't have all the videos from GNX. We're still and oh man, I know we're stretching this man thin, but not like I don't even know what to say. But we don't have videos from GNX. We want to have videos from GNX. We have only a few. We don't have that many videos from GNX. So imagine, we're still waiting for that. And Casino needed more videos. And now here's Imani, and her videos are a little different, I'll just say. Her videos are different. So, but and that body song, I hope he's not just teasing a song like that. Kendrick is such an ultimate tease. Tell me I'm lying. He is such a tease. He never gave us that song from We Gonna Be Alright, that snippet. Yeah. So he never gave us that. So in this new album, they say he's been working on it. Like people been giving hints. They Free, gave hints. And I remember when Dave Free a few months ago said that before Baby Keem came out, he said, they asked him, "What are you listening to?" He said, "Baby Keem new music." They start putting it out there. So they Free activated his account again. So that's what's happening. So and I also think, on top of everything that I just said, and that Kendrick is super busy, I also think he's going to come up with an artist from New York. That he's gonna sign somebody from New York. The PG Lang website and the PG Lang mood board is giving so many New York references and hints, and putting a lot of people from New York, like baseball owners. And so I think that's what's gonna happen. So Kendrick new music, I think it's gonna be for the fall. I don't see how it could be, unless I don't know if he would put it out before DJ Dahi's album. And DJ Dahi's album is coming out August 28th, at the end of the summer, almost. So that's all I have for y'all. Thank you so much for being here. And that was like, I didn't go live last week, but there was so much going on. Also, there's so much more. I just can't cover it all, but I'm gonna react to most of it. Um, I think that's all that we have. Rick Ross is acting up. I don't even want to address, you know. Kendrick's silence is driving them absolutely apeshit, haywire. They are throwing up. They're sick. They're in ERs. They are out of pocket sick. Um, and every time Kendrick's quiet, think about it. You know he's working. You know he's working. Yes, he's with his family. He's spending family time, but he is in studios. He is cooking up something crazy. You know what I'm saying? And he was behind the scenes of everything that Baby Keem's doing. He's behind the scenes, and they're hiding him because I think he was present at some of Baby Keem's stuff, but he is being hidden very well. And I think he was in the trailers, respectfully, of the BT Awards, but maybe that's just me. He definitely did not want to come out and be seen, but it's just insane. But that's what I have for you guys. Look out for more of the heart videos and more reactions. I'm posting a bunch more stuff on the Patreon. Make sure y'all join my Patreon. As you can see, they could tell you how much stuff I have there. Stuff that I know I can, like, it's a little bit more comfortable, knock on wood, you know, because I'm able to put extended versions of the songs or performances and unbothered so far. So y'all gonna get a lot of stuff that I can't post on here. Y'all have a lot of random stuff and random and good ass behind the scenes and footage. I'm getting all my old footage and things like that, and just putting a lot of stuff and stuff that I gather and things that are given to me and that I find. But I have a lot of old footage too. And this is where it's gonna live. It's gonna live on Patreon. I don't want to play too much with YouTube, but YouTube I'm able to upload. I'm figuring out how to do it without so much like copyright strikes and stuff, but I still gotta be kind of careful. That's why, like in my hard part series, I don't even want to put too much music, but I'm just doing a lot of lyric breakdowns. But y'all see, you know, I have a bunch of more surprises for the channel and everything. So y'all stay tuned. Thank you for your support. Thank you all the members. You know, again, Jonathan. Thank you for the people that donate. Um, T Star Real, DNG, Deja, Brian, Ali, Your Music, Diva, just everybody that supports, all the subscribers that were here. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time. I might, like I said, I've been trying to go live a little bit more. And some of the times, like if I go live in a few more days, I'm just going to have one topic or two. Even if I'm doing like a breakdown of some of Kendrick's old songs. And I put the shorts, because the shorts will allow me to play the music for like a minute. So I'll do that to reference it. But thank you so much. Blessings, all the beautiful people. Census, I love your content so much. Thank you so much. I feel like I found my home. Yeah, because we agree. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, it's my home. It's our home too. Yeah, Kenny's around at all times, out of sight. More Kendrick new videos coming. Thank you, Edward. Yeah, you be mentioning me to death. I'm like, yo, it was like 15 mentions. I don't see it all, but I see some of it. Edward, yeah, we love you. Thank you so much, Miss Mary. I love y'all back. I appreciate everybody that's ever given me a listen, like Kendrick said. But I have more stuff and everything. You know, I'm gearing up to just cover. Oh, one more thing. When Jay-Z comes out in October, I think, in LA, I'm trying to get ready to be out there. Because he has 3 nights, I believe, in LA. And there's a strong possibility that Kendrick will pop out. It would make sense. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I don't want to, you know, I'm just waiting for people that I'm connected with and my connections, and just so I know which night. Because I don't really want to go there and just, Jay-Z got bangers, but I'm not a Jay-Z fan like that. I'm just trying to see Kendrick. So Kendrick might pop up, you know, pop out in LA. Jay-Z gave, allowed him and helped him be on the Super Bowl stage. So it makes sense. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But so look out for that, Kendrick. Yeah, I believe so. But thank you so much, beautiful people, Sensitive Savage community. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. More great video coming your way. More great footage. More interesting stuff. A lot of unique stuff. And like I said, I have a lot of stuff. It's just that I can only upload so much. My hands be hurting, But yeah, I'm not feeling Jay-Z. I'm just trying to see about Kendrick. And let's get ready, because when he pops out, he's going to be like, boom, here's a tour, and I have 40 dates or 30 days. You get what I'm saying? And it becomes expensive. I might start a GoFundMe, not lying. I might be like, yo, sponsor me. I'll get the footage. Just sponsor me. Because it's going to get crazy. Yeah, I'm not a fan. That's why we resonate. The people in my community, we're saying the same things. We're like looking at liars and people that have dirt underneath their nails. Like, come on, man, your hands ain't clean, my guy. You do a lot of funny, weird stuff. You and yours. But we keep it that real. But thank you so much. Have a great night, great evening, great weekend. And stay connected. Thank you for your comments. They keep me laughing. I try to see most of them. But thank you for your support. See you next time.